Rina lived in a small town with her husband, Kamal. They had been married for 5 years. At the beginning of their marriage, Kamal was kind and loving. He promised Rina that he would work hard and take care of their family. Rina believed him and felt happy about her future. But slowly, Kamal changed. Every morning, Rina woke up early. She cooked breakfast, cleaned the house, washed clothes, and then went to her job at a small tailoring shop. She worked there all day to earn money. When she came home in the evening, she was tired, but her work was not finished. Kamal, on the other hand, woke up late every day. He stayed in bed until the sun was high in the sky. When he finally got up, he sat on the sofa and watched television. Sometimes he scrolled on his phone for hours. He did not look for a job, and he did not help at home. "Rina, where is my tea?" Kamal often shouted from the sofa. Rina sighed, but said nothing. She made his tea and gave it to him with a weak smile. At first, Rina thought Kamal was just tired or confused about his life. She believed he would change soon. She waited and hoped. Months passed, then years. Rina paid the house rent, electricity bill, and food costs with her small salary. Sometimes there was not enough money, and she had to borrow from neighbors. Kamal did not care. He only complained. "The food is too salty," he said one day. "Why is the house so noisy?" he said another day. "You never smile anymore," he told Rina, without understanding why. One evening, Rina came home very tired. Her back hurt and her hands were sore from sewing clothes all day. She saw Kamal lying on the bed, watching videos on his phone. "Kamal," she said softly, "can you please help me today? I am very tired." Kamal did not even look at her. "I am tired too," he said. "I need rest." Rina felt something break inside her heart. She went to the kitchen and cried silently. That night, Rina could not sleep. She thought about her life. She remembered her dreams. She wanted a peaceful home, a caring partner, and a happy future. But now, she felt lonely even though she was married. The next morning, Rina made a decision. She stopped doing Kamal's work. She cooked only for herself. She washed only her own clothes. She cleaned only her space. When Kamal asked for tea, she calmly said, "You can make it yourself." Kamal was shocked. "What is wrong with you?" he shouted. "Why are you acting like this?" Rina looked at him and spoke clearly for the first time in years. "I am tired of doing everything alone. You are my husband, not my child." Kamal laughed. "You are a woman. This is your duty," he said. Rina did not reply. She picked up her bag and went to work. Days passed. Kamal's life became uncomfortable. There was no food ready. His clothes were dirty. The house was messy. At first, he was angry. Then he became confused. One afternoon, Kamal's friend Rahim came to visit. He looked around the house and asked, "What happened here?" Kamal complained, "My wife has changed. She does nothing now." Rahim looked at Kamal seriously. "Kamal, your wife works all day. What do you do?" Kamal had no answer. Rahim continued, "A marriage is not one person's job. You are lazy. You will lose her if you don't change." Those words stayed in Kamal's mind. That evening, Kamal saw Rina come home late. She looked exhausted. For the first time, he noticed how hard her life was. He felt ashamed. The next day, Kamal woke up early. Rina was surprised to see him in the kitchen. "I made tea," he said quietly. Rina looked at him but said nothing. Kamal started helping slowly. He cleaned the house, he cooked simple food, he even went outside to look for work. After many days, he found a small job at a local store. It was not easy for him. His body hurt and he felt tired. But now he understood Rina's pain. One night, Kamal said, "Rina, I am sorry. I was wrong. I was lazy and selfish." Tears filled Rina's eyes. "I did not want a perfect husband," she said. "I just wanted a partner." From that day, their life slowly changed. They shared work, they talked more, they respected each other. Kamal was no longer the lazy husband. He became a responsible man, and Rina finally felt peace in her heart. Life slowly became better, but it was not perfect. Kamal now woke up early and went to his job at the local store. The work was hard, and the pay was small. Sometimes he came home tired and quiet. Rina noticed the change, but she stayed careful. Deep inside, she was afraid that Kamal might become lazy again. One evening, Kamal came home with a sad face. "The shop owner shouted at me today," he said. "He said I am too slow." Rina listened calmly. "Every new job is difficult," she said. "You will learn." Kamal nodded. For the first time, he did not get angry. He sat beside Rina and helped her cut vegetables for dinner. This small moment made Rina feel hopeful. But change is never easy. After a few weeks, Kamal started complaining again. "I work all day," he said. "Why should I clean the house too?" Rina put down the plate in her hand and looked at him. "I work all day too. We agreed to share everything." Kamal stayed silent. He knew she was right, but his old habits tried to come back. One night, Kamal did not wash the dishes. The next night, he skipped cleaning. Slowly, Rina felt the same pain returning to her heart. She did not shout. She did not cry. Instead, she spoke firmly. "Kamal, if you stop trying, I will not stay," she said. "I respect myself now." These words frightened Kamal. He remembered the days when Rina cried alone in the kitchen. He remembered how empty the house felt when she stopped caring. That night, Kamal could not sleep. The next morning, he made a strong decision. He started waking up even earlier. He finished housework before going to his job. On weekends, he cooked full meals. Sometimes the food was too salty, sometimes it was burnt, but Rina smiled anyway. "You are learning," she said. Kamal also started saving money. One day, he showed Rina a small notebook. "This is our future," he said. "I want to open a small shop one day." Rina felt tears in her eyes, not of pain, but of pride. Months passed. People in the neighborhood noticed the change. "Kamal looks different now," they said. "He works hard," others said. One afternoon, Rina fell sick. She had a fever and could not get out of bed. Kamal took a day off from work. He cooked, cleaned, and brought medicine for her. As Rina rested, she watched him move around the house. She thought about the past and the present. She realized something important. Change is not one day. Change is choosing the right action every day. That evening, Rina held Kamal's hand. "Thank you for not giving up," she said. Kamal smiled softly. "Thank you for teaching me," he replied. Their life was still simple. They were not rich, they still faced problems, but now they faced them together. Kamal was no longer a lazy husband, he was a partner. And Rina was no longer silent, she was strong. Time passed and life moved forward. Kamal worked hard every day at the local store. He came home tired but proud. Rina continued her tailoring work and also taught Kamal how to manage money better. Every night they talked about their day. This was new for both of them. One day, the shop owner called Kamal and said, "You are doing well. If you continue like this, I will give you more responsibility." Kamal felt happy. He shared the news with Rina. "This is because you changed," she said with a smile. But life tested them again. Suddenly, the shop closed because the owner moved to another city. Kamal lost his job. When he came home with the bad news, his hands were shaking. "I have no job again," he said quietly. Rina felt worried, but she stayed calm. "We faced worse before," she said. "We will face this too." This time, Kamal did not lie down on the bed or turn on the television. Instead, the next morning, he went out to look for work. He walked from shop to shop. Some people said no, some asked him to come later. Days passed. There was little money again. One night, Kamal said, "I am scared. What if I fail again?" Rina looked at him gently. "Failing is not the problem," she said. "Stopping is." These words gave Kamal strength. After 2 weeks, Kamal found work as a delivery helper. The job was tiring, but he accepted it. He woke up early, carried heavy boxes, and came home with aching muscles. Rina took care of him. "You are strong," she said, "stronger than before." Slowly, Kamal saved some money. On weekends, he helped Rina with her tailoring work. He delivered clothes to customers and talked politely with them. People started trusting him. One customer said, "Your husband is very helpful." Rina smiled proudly. One evening, Kamal brought home a small signboard. It said, "Kamal and Rina, Tailoring and Delivery Service." "I want to work with you," Kamal said. "Together." Rina's eyes filled with tears. "This is all I ever wanted," she said. They started small. Kamal handled customers and deliveries. Rina focused on sewing. They worked late at night, but they were happy. Sometimes Kamal felt tired and wanted to rest, but he remembered his past mistakes. He pushed himself forward. Months later, their small business grew. They were not rich, but they were stable. Their home felt warm again. One night, Kamal said, "I was lazy once, but you did not give up on me." Rina replied softly, "I did not give up on us." They learned an important lesson together. Love is not just words. Love is work. Love is responsibility. And this time, Kamal understood it forever. The small tailoring and delivery business slowly became successful. More people from the neighborhood came to Rina and Kamal. They trusted Rina's work and liked Kamal's honest behavior. Every morning, Kamal opened the shop early. He cleaned the space and prepared the delivery list. Rina worked on the sewing machine, focused and confident. They worked as a team. One afternoon, an old neighbor said to Kamal, "You have changed a lot. You are a good husband now." Kamal smiled but did not feel proud. Instead, he felt thankful. He knew this change did not come easily. Life still tested them. One day, Rina's sewing machine stopped working. They did not have enough money to repair it. Kamal felt worried. Old fear returned to his heart. But this time, he did not run away. He talked to Rina. "We will solve this together," he said. Kamal worked extra hours doing delivery jobs. He borrowed some tools and learned basic machine repair from a friend. After a few days, he fixed the sewing machine himself. When Rina saw the machine working again, she hugged him. "You did not give up," she said. That night, Kamal thought about his past life. He remembered the days when he stayed in bed, watched TV, and ignored his responsibilities. He felt ashamed, but also proud of how far he had come. A few weeks later, they received a big order for school uniforms. It was their biggest job ever. They worked day and night. They were tired, but happy. When the job was finished, Kamal looked at Rina and said, "Thank you for believing in me when I did not believe in myself." Rina smiled gently. "People can change," she said, but only if they want to. Years passed. Their business became stable. Their home became peaceful. They laughed more and argued less. When problems came, they talked instead of shouting. One evening, they sat on the roof of their house, watching the sunset. Kamal said quietly, "I was a lazy husband once. I almost lost everything." Rina held his hand. "But you chose to change," she said. Kamal nodded. "I learned that love is not about comfort, it is about effort." Rina looked at him and smiled. She felt safe, respected, and valued. Their story was simple but strong. It was a story of mistakes, patience, courage, and growth. Kamal was no longer remembered as a lazy husband. He was remembered as a man who changed.